I'm not gonna lie, the first time I did this encounter on Unfair, I was not prepared for it, and because I had a terrible party because of the 2 Xenos, and I just misplayed that was not meant to go down. I wanted to get all of them. Anyway, because of the 2 Xenos, I found it really hard, and I struggled. Because on my second playthrough, my companions are way stronger, and I'm using a lot of AP stims. I plan to one-turn this time. Hilariously, I have the Arc Militant Pyromancer build, which is using swords, and I also have the Soldier Master Tactician Pyromancer build. So I've got 2 Pyromancers. If I can't one-turn this with 2 Pyromancers, then yeah, that's a skill issue. So I'm going to debuff the boss. I'm going to try and do extra damage. I unfortunately did not catch in the Wake Nightmare. One of the reasons we use warp damage is if you do warp damage, it gives massive debuffs to Aldari. So you want to get that on there, and then you can start turning over your turn and start nesting. So my plan is obviously I'm going to get Cassie outside of melee range so they can't run and hit her. If they try to shoot her, she has a lot of dodge from her perception. Because one of them got some fire as well, I can go straight in with 2 firestorms. So yeah, we'll get the damage up. So yeah, time to get blasted. I just need to move up a little bit, which get out of cover, which is annoying, but we're going to do a lot of damage here. So we have Backdraft on here, we also have Pain Channeling, so anything that dies is going to actually put more damage around. This just gets more and more useful later. So we're going to use Press the Advantage with not the most stacks, but it's still fairly alright. And then we're going to blast again. Woof, killed everyone. Oh, technically not the boss. I think, do they get like a second life? Yeah, she does. She gets an interrupt turn, which sucks. Oof, I did not think I was inside her 10 squares, but I clearly walked into it. I do have the heroic action for killing people, so rather than use the Inferno Heroic Act, what I'm actually going to do is go back to Cassia. Cassia can then give the turn over, and then from there I can then do some mischief. I'm also going to set frontline. Again, I've misplaced it. I meant to get my Pyromancer inside that. God damn it. But Heinrich's getting the extra turn here. This is why we went with the Black Inquisitor ring. Dogmatic path for the win. He does not have many buffing items on him, but you do get the Blood Drinker stuff right here. So I've got that there. So in his buffing phase, he has 6 eye rating. So it's pretty good. So we're going to Word of the Emperor, so that way when we get to my other guy's turn, he can use Shield of the Emperor to get up everyone's armor. Enough armor, you trivialize every fight, or you can just damage your way through, which is my preferred strategy. So, just thinking about where I want to position here. So, I am going to obviously buff up Heinrichs. Before I start hitting things, I'm going to Inflame, because it's going to proc the dot damage on everyone and double my melee damage. Then yeah, I'm just going to make sure I orchestrate flame myself so I actually get that damage. I am using the Willpower Sword secondary and the Force Sword primary. I haven't maximised the damages on it yet because I do a lot of that in his Exemplar. Heinrichs as the Pyromancer definitely weaker than my regular Pyromancer, but at some points he's also stronger. It's different where he can get stuff. He doesn't have Telepath and Pain Channeling, which means his blasting is actually less. Straight up, like, the blasting is now better on the strictly ranged version. Cool, he parried my hit. Yeah, I did just check to make sure that I had subtle manipulation. Highly recommend to have that at this point so you can blast things. Multi-beam, best skill in the game because it ignores armor. I could Siphon Life, or I could try to use my melees. I think it's going to be worthwhile to actually try to use my melees to build up stacks of versatility, so then I can try to clear the whole encounter. Yeah, 45% win. But each stack of versatility, I'm going to get better chances. Again, I am going to use my little AP items. I could very easily swap between melee here and a Psyker ability. However, I do start with much higher Veil degradation because I invited the arch enemy to this area because screw the Dark Elder. Is there anything I can blast? No. Ooh, but I just thought I could try to kill this guy and see if it... Yes. Yes, it did. It got me enough to be able to use my heroic action. Bingo. So now we get all our movement back. Tasty, tasty. Do we want to go down or up? Probably up, because I can move between these two enemies. And I'll let my allies go down. I don't think I actually have rigorous training, so I shouldn't dash in. I should save the dash for probably get into the second one if I run out of movement. So, yep, that's 250 damage hits, pretty tasty. 135 in the ignites, even without swapping to the staff, which I should have done, but don't kill. Death. More movement, more damage, let's go. Now I can use that 1 AP dash to get in, and also get a stack. Beautiful. Nice stats. So we're back to Cassia. Make sure she's in the square. Yeah, just end her turn. Now, Argenta. Like I said, I showed before, I am using the mod fix, so I can actually use her to her full potential with the heavy bolter.
Doubt is for the weak. Rejoice in battle.
So, yeah, let's see what we can do here.
I'll do it.
Ooh, 100% easy. You love to see it. Do we want to use a fire ability? Or just another heavy burst? Well, we're not going to get more out of this turn, so we might as well actually just use the burst fire. Another 9 shots rather than a little bit of fire. It's funny how much less everyone does than the Pyromancer. And we took out, by killing the boss in the first round, you take out the turrets, and the turrets are a huge threat that can take out your backline if you haven't prepared for it.
Your intent.
Again, Urilit, but basically both Xenos are objectively the worst companions. They aren't very good. Like, the gear that she gets as a sniper isn't the best. There's nothing that really makes her go hard. And obviously, yeah, the Dark Elf, you just get him at level 29, so most of his build's done, and it's just not good. You have to spend most of your levels going to 55 just to fix his default build. Can't expose weakness here, but I do want to use the stimulant because I can get an extra attack here. If this crits, I get another 3 attacks and I can do even more damage.
I understand your intent.
Beautiful.
No weakness is hidden from my sight.
Then I can switch back to the higher attacking ability and then use Killing Edge. Fortunately, I can't hit the openings, I've already used it. But, it's a lot of damage.
This tedium is beneath me.
Oh, Argenta's got some high mobility. I really should have left her there. Like, I'm playing it unfair. She could easily get dead. Then there's this guy. Everything I had planned to do with him, it's just not there. I'm probably going to think about stimming him. But I can finally use Dance Macabre to actually try and get in. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need to stim him just so he can get some attacks. We're gonna use Loose Shadow to increase his damage by 2%. And let's see what a Killing Edge on an opening can do. Twiffle Torture is probably not going to add us much or anything. Uh, 204, not actually a bad hit, really. I would like to aim for the opening, but I've not got the AP, so I'm just going to have to hit with the offhand. Which gets parried. Thanks for coming. I'm glad you were here, Dark Elf.
Who, if not me?
So the question is, what do I want to do? So Pain Challenge will definitely kill that guy. Heinrichs hasn't officially taken his turn, so what I need to try and do is kill my mans at the bottom of the stairs.
I'll see to it personally.
So I can word, I can shield, or I can just go all in with this Molten Beam and hope we get to the top end. Beautiful, kills him, Pain Channels kills the other one. GG. GG.